prairie plant girl here. Sorry, I'm kind of squinting at you, but I have the sun right in my eyes. But I wanted to bring you out again to the melons. I don't know, you might be getting tired of seeing my melon saga here. But I think, well, I know I have powdery mildew on these vines, and I've tried to cut them out. I've tried to, you know, do the baking soda spray and all that, the milk spray. They're dying off. And I have a lot of cantaloupe that look like they're probably just dying off on the vine, and the watermelon too a little bit, but some of them might be ripe. I don't know. They say the first tendril behind the fruit, if it dries up, that's probably a good indication that your fruit is ripe. And lots of mine are doing that. I cut a couple, one small watermelon, one small cantaloupe off, or muskmelon off yesterday. And when I cut into them, they definitely weren't ripe. They weren't ready. I didn't really think they were when I cut them off, but the tendril had dried. I just don't know what to think. But things are getting, some of them are getting softer, and I just don't know. So I'm gonna, I think, cut a couple more off today and have a look. I have one more muskmelon that's turned yellow, very netted up. It looks more like that first one that I cut off. So, and people suggested I just leave it on my counter for a few days, and that would do it. So, and when it did sit for a day or two, it did get better and tastier. So I think that's what I'm gonna do with that. And then I have one big watermelon that I just don't know. And I don't know, I'm gonna look at it again this morning, but I think I'm probably gonna take it as well. We'll have another little look around at things and see. I'd like to try and let these go as long as they can. We have a lot more very hot weather this week, which should help any ripening, but it's also probably gonna help deteriorate the vines a little bit as well. So I don't know, I just don't know what to think. We'll dig into these cobwebs here. Hi, Buster. Dig out this, oh, and yeah, this one just slipped from the vine. So it must be ripe, because they say that's how you know, is they slip from the vine. It smells really good too. So I'm gonna say this one probably is ripe. So that's good, good call. I took this. Now let's go look at some of the others and the watermelon. Well, seeing that Minnesota Midget just slipped from the vine like that, that makes me feel better about what I'm doing here. Makes me feel like maybe I do have a better handle on what's going on here. I do have some that are definitely, like this is just soft and mushy. Several little ones like this, like the vine has just died off and they're just done, and I need to just cut that back. There's another one right here, still quite green, but this one's still firm. So that's good. Some of them felt really soft the other day, but it might have just been the smaller ones. I can't remember. This one is very netted up. It's looking really nice, so hopefully I get something out of it. But it hasn't started to turn that yellow yet. So even though the leaves behind it look dead from powdery mildew, I can't even see a tendril. Where's the tendril? Oh, the tendril's still green behind it there. So we'll leave that for a while. I have this sweet Siberian watermelon that's, I think this is a sweet Siberian. Still quite green. The tendril behind it is completely brown, but it still has, it's getting more of a thunk to it actually, but I think it still has kind of a pingy sound to it. So I think I'll leave it, just, it's small anyways, just leave it. The vine still has a bit of green in it. We'll see how that is. It's gonna work out. There's another little sweet Siberian, but I don't think it'll amount to anything. There's another one there. I could probably just take them off, but just leaving them. There's a sweet Siberian right there. This one's looking better. The tendrils are still very green. This, I think, is a moon and stars. I can't remember. I can't get into it with holding the camera. And then I have this moon and stars here that's getting bigger every day. I thought the tendril looked brown the other day, but it is still green. So I'll probably still just let this go. Well, maybe there's another kind of leafy thing there that was brown, so maybe that's what I see. But the tendril is definitely still green there. I measured this about a week ago. I should measure it again because it's looking pretty good size here. I see that in my hands. And then I have this one Early Canada Improved up there in the stocking. And it's a good size too. And then these over here, the tip tops. This one I'm guessing is getting close. The tendril is completely dried up and like pretty much broken off. This has a slight give to it, but it still has no cantaloupe flavor smell to it, and this spot is still hard here. The vines are looking really rough though. And there's one more there, and one more there. So we might get to taste those. I'm gonna go grab measuring tape and we'll see how wide this has gotten. And I'll show you, I took a photo when I did it before so we can compare. Can't remember if I measured last time in inches or centimeters, so maybe do both. I think that other tape I had has both on the same side. I think it was 19 inches actually, if I remember. And now, oh wow, we're at like 20 3/4. So 20 3/4 inches. So it's still growing. What's that in centimeters? That's about, just like a millimeter shy of 53 centimeters. So it's a good sized watermelon. I think I measured this one last time I measured too. So let's just give it a little look-see here. While I'm out here, it's at 12, what would that be? 12 5/8 inches. So, which is 32 centimeters, pretty much on the nose there. That's exciting. These are definitely growing, I'd say. So this one, the tendril looks dried up, but let's see if I can get it out without wrecking it. Have a look. Oh yeah, it's definitely a sweet Siberian. I'll need to cut this stalking to get it out of here though, I think. It's looking nice in there. Oh, this one's getting more of a thunk to it. This one had a real ping to it the other day. It's getting more thunky. This one might be getting close. I've got leaves in my face. This one, this big one here might be getting close. That's exciting. The early Canada is at 14 3/4 inches around. Well, that's exciting. Okay, well, I think this one smells really, really good, and it slipped from the vine, so maybe I'll even just try some right away here today. And I'm really excited about that that Moon and Stars watermelon that's growing. It's definitely still putting on size. I thought the tendril had browned off the other day, but I don't know what I was looking at because it definitely looks green still now. And the sound is changing from like a kind of a pingy sound to like more of a thunky sound. So I do think it's getting close to ripe. We are so close now to our average last frost date, like within I think 9 days, something like that now. But we have been seeing really, really hot during the day, which is helping to keep our nighttime temperatures up. I think the lowest we've gotten in the last week is 9 degrees, which isn't that uncommon in the summer here in Saskatchewan, Canada. And we're getting up like in the 30s, like between like 32, 35 during the day most days. So lots of sunshine. Hopefully they can keep ripening. We are getting some smoke blowing in from some wildfires, and I don't know if that will affect the amount of sun coming out here, how hazy it's going to wind up getting, and if that'll affect anything at this point, I don't know. But very hopeful I might actually get some good melons off of this. So hopefully you're not getting bored of this melon saga, but I can see that one tip-top melon that's looking really good. I've got the Moon and Stars watermelon, maybe a couple Siberian watermelon, and I have this Minnesota Midget here that I think I'll cut into it. I was gonna leave it sit, but I think I'll cut half of it off here and have a little taste of it today. This smells so good. So thanks for coming along with me. We'll see you next time. Bye.